Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
On February 22nd, Byrd spotted a gold Honda Accord heading west on I-630 near University Avenue. The car didn't seem suspicious until it passed him. Neither the driver nor the front passenger was wearing a seatbelt, and a quick registration check showed no insurance on file. Byrd initiated a traffic stop, but the driver had other plans. Byrd's patrol car tapped the Honda's rear bumper, sending it spinning into the concrete barrier. The car scraped along the wall before finally coming to a stop. The front passenger door flew open, and the man inside jumped out holding a rifle and a backpack. He tossed both over the barrier in one quick motion, then ran. The driver stayed behind and surrendered without a fight. The passenger ran across I-630, disappearing under the flyover near Baptist Health. But Trooper Cass and Sergeant Monroe were ready. They caught him on the exit ramp and took him into custody without incident. Inside the tossed backpack was more than 5 ounces of marijuana and 2 Schedule I pills. May 16, 2022, Little Rock, Arkansas. What started as a routine traffic stop quickly spiraled into chaos when Trooper Byrd tried pulling over a driver for making reckless lane changes. But instead of stopping, the suspect floored it, turning the night into a full-blown pursuit.
Arkansas, Adam, Henry, Tom, 19 Henry, we're 30 east, and University. We're taking University. They just crashed out with a rock.
The suspect slams into a concrete barrier, crashes straight through a train crossing, and then tries to make a run for it on foot.
Get on the ground now! Get on the ground! I got one male running, white jacket, blue jeans. I got a passenger in the car. He's running on the service road toward headquarters. Get on the ground now! Get on the ground! Yes, sir.
Later that night, both the driver and passenger were in cuffs, and Byrd. He walked away with a recovered handgun and one wild story to add to the books. Trooper Byrd was parked on the shoulder, taking it easy, when a familiar black sedan rolled by. Just days earlier, that same car had fled from Arkansas State Police. Byrd didn't hesitate. He lit it up and moved in for the stop. At first, The driver actually pulled over.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
That's the last thing you want to do when you're face to face with the one and only Jacob Byrd. The suspect pushed over 120 miles per hour, threw in sharp turns, brake checks, even drove into oncoming traffic, desperate to shake him.
80 light traffic, still southbound on Shackelford. That 28 is Arkansas Adam Young Charles 134. If you didn't get it. Still southbound on Shackelford. I'm fixing the TBI. It's Shackelford and Ethan Allen. TBI, continuing southbound on Shackelford, headed toward Marquardt right now. On Shackelford, he's trying to duck into a neighborhood back here. Stop. Another failed TBI. He tried to stop and brake check me multiple times.
The suspect ran out of options. He bailed, jumped out of the moving car, and made a break for it on foot, thinking he might have better luck on the ground. While Byrd's known for high-speed takeouts, he's just as dangerous on foot. And this time, it wasn't a P.I.T. It was a high-voltage taser that brought the suspect down.
You're sorry because you got caught. Have a seat.
I can't get it.
Rotate your shoulders. You're a tall guy. You gotta rotate. Hey, you need to stay off the road. We may have a pursuit coming through. Stay off the road.
Just after 4 a.m. on January 26th, Trooper Byrd was notified that Benton PD was chasing a blue Jeep Liberty tied to a string of break-ins. The driver was flying down I-30 eastbound, hitting speeds near 100 miles per hour.
All right, we're primary now. We will be in just a second.
The suspect drove recklessly, swerving into oncoming lanes and pushing 70 in a 35 miles per hour zone. Every turn felt more dangerous than the last. As the Jeep barreled toward North Sardis Road, Byrd joined and quickly took the lead as the pursuit pushed deeper into residential streets.
I think I'm right about here. You're gonna go. I'm in the line.
10-4, straight to the intersection. Watch the cars coming on. There's a creek right here in tracks. I'm from this area, I know it. So I'm gonna hang back and wait. Once we get through this area, then
Going through
we'll adjust it.
Alexander Road and Viney Ridge.
Just
Speed
tracks
about
are rough.
55. No traffic on Alexander Road. It's out there at that warehouse. It should be open enough.
So he's gonna try to turn here, I think. They're not gonna let it get into Amazon.
Instead of giving up, the driver hit the gas again, crashing through a fence and into a nearby field. But it didn't last long. The Jeep got stuck just a few feet in. Not every chase ends with a perfect pit. Sometimes, Trooper Byrd doesn't need to crash you out. He just breaks you mentally. And on November 27th, 2022, that's exactly what happened. Early that morning, a black Dodge Charger, packed with horsepower and false confidence, took off from other troopers. The driver thought speed alone could save him. But this time, Byrd was behind him. And when Byrd's on your bumper, there's no way out.
Staying straight toward Right Avenue. Straight toward right.
The Charger pushed past 130 miles per hour. The suspect was likely sweating, desperate to get away. Meanwhile, Byrd stayed calm, one hand on the wheel, the other on the radio, switching siren tones, calling out streets, logging speeds, all while keeping pace like it was nothing.
Going eastbound on right. That's what Dragon 092, Steve with Tom, Edward 092, Steve TD, the Black Dog Charger 092.
Edward.
Still eastbound on right.
Eastbound on right.
Living on rock, I'm secondary. I can't remember these roads are slick.
10-4, he just crashed out. Still eastbound right. We'll stop here.
The pressure cracked the driver. At 80 miles per hour, he lost control and slammed into a tree. He bailed out on foot, but it was already over. Another unit scooped him up moments later.
I got a black male running.
This is one of the oldest footages of Trooper Byrd's first prey on the road in November 2020, a few months after he graduated from the Arkansas State Police Training Academy in June 2020. Even though he had no experience, watch how he pulls off a perfect P.I.T maneuver.
There's K91 Central in the back.
1931. Once we clear this traffic, I'm gonna try to fit in this.
Turn right, we're middle line, pushing 128.
19, but I'm about to pit.
Hit the triple.
That was from a prior pursuit.
Must be nice.
When Gotham needs help, they call Batman. But when chaos hits the streets of Arkansas, they call Trooper Jacob Byrd, cape not included, just pure skill and a fully fueled cruiser. It was a quiet night in Little Rock, until a red SUV decided to turn the streets into its personal racetrack. Narrow roads, high speeds, zero brain activity. The local units gave it a shot, but this driver was determined to earn himself a felony and a spot on a highlight reel, so they called in Byrd. The moment he joined the pursuit, it was basically a countdown to impact.
Be bound on the right, just cross boundary, speed 50. South on Schiller. South on Schiller crossing 19th. Going east on 19th. East on 19th crossing Summit.
You wrecked out, started 16.
Stars Medical, Wolfen 19th.
The suspect panicked, overcorrected, and launched the SUV straight into a stop sign, flipping it upside down in what might be the most dramatic parking job Little Rock has ever seen. Trooper Byrd was patrolling Interstate 630 near Fair Park Boulevard when he spotted a black Nissan Maxima heading west. A quick check showed the plates had been expired since April 2022, enough reason to initiate a stop. As Byrd activated his lights near the John Barrow exit, the driver suddenly veered off the interstate and took off north, kicking off a high-speed pursuit through the streets of Little Rock. Once the Maxima lined up, Byrd moved in and delivered a precise pit maneuver, spinning the car out and bringing the chaos to a screeching halt. The suspects were quickly surrounded and taken into custody. The driver claimed the passenger had forced her to flee at gunpoint. But inside a discarded bag, officers found a Ruger pistol, drug paraphernalia, and marijuana near the passenger seat. Both suspects were arrested. Despite her story, the driver was still charged with multiple offenses, including felony fleeing. On March 4, 2025, Trooper Byrd spotted a gray Avalon with no license plate, just a tag tossed in the rear window. The car kept drifting over the fog line, unable to stay straight. Byrd knew something was off. He lit up the cruiser, and the Avalon pulled into a Circle K. Under the lights, Byrd saw the driver watching him closely through the mirror. Then suddenly, the driver punched it and took off.
Turn the car off! $1037, Little Rock, 1037. East on Carnival Inn. right now. Notify the LRPD, please. He just crashed out. Just crashed out before the stagecoach.
Before the dust settled, he jumped out and ran into the woods. Backup swarmed the area. K9S, drones and officers combed the creek and nearby trees. But by morning, the suspect had vanished without a trace. On May 5, 2023, around 10 p.m., Trooper Byrd was patrolling I-30 westbound when a white Toyota Camry sped past him at 67 miles per hour. Byrd followed as it exited onto I-630, then Main Street, where it stopped at a red light.
Hey!
As the Camry hit the intersection at Broadway and 8th, it ran another red light and clipped the front of another vehicle. The impact spun the Camry off the road, straight into the outdoor seating area of a Chick-fil-A. Before the dust settled, the driver bailed out and ran. He darted down 7th Street into an alley, then looped back toward Broadway before heading east on 6th.
All black clothing. You better show me your hands now. You're in shot. Correction 6. Going east on 6. Show me your hands now. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get your butt on the ground. I'm not playing games with you.
After being placed in the patrol car, the suspect started banging his head on the cage and window, forcing medics to clear him before jail.
Hey, quit hitting your heads. No, I started 10-16 to Chick-fil-A. I'm back to 10-19. He keeps hitting his head in my car.
He complained of neck pain and was taken to Baptist Health, but was quickly cleared and booked. He's now facing a long list of charges, including DWI, felony fleeing, criminal mischief, possession of marijuana, reckless driving, and more. If you're into high-speed chases, insane dashcam moments, and the wildest police pursuits caught on camera, make sure to subscribe for more.